After the strike on Novorossiysk, Russia suspended oil exports and crude prices began to rise sharply. On Friday, November 14th, oil prices increased by about 2%, which is considered a significant rise, after oil exports in Novorossiysk were halted due to a drone attack. This attack caused a fire at an oil depot in one of the key energy hubs.
And now, more information in our report. My name is Yevhen Sirov. This is the Glavred channel. Subscribe and give us a like. Let's get started.
Due to the incident, the port temporarily suspended shipments and Transneft stopped supplying oil to the terminal, industry sources told Reuters. The intensity of these attacks has increased. They are happening much more frequently. Eventually, they might hit a facility, which would cause prolonged disruptions, noted UBS analyst Giovanni Stanovo. In particular, in October, 3.22 million tons of crude oil were exported through the port of Novorossiysk, about 761,000 barrels per day, and nearly 1.8 million tons of petroleum products. Rising prices. This occurred after a sharp drop on Wednesday, November 13th, of about 3%, caused by an OPEC forecast that in 2026 global oil supply will match demand, contrary to previous expectations of a deficit. Despite the fluctuations, Brent rose by about 1%, and WTI became more expensive, by 0.2%. Investors are also assessing the impact of new Western sanctions on Russian oil supplies and trade flows. According to estimates by JP Morgan, about 1.4 million barrels per day of Russian oil are being held up on tankers due to unloading issues caused by restrictions against these companies. After the November 21st deadline, unloading may become even more difficult, analysts add. On the night of November 14th, it was reported that a fire broke out at the large Sheskaris oil terminal in Novorossiysk after a raid by unidentified drones, according to local residents and Telegram channels. The strike may have also reportedly affected S-300 and S-400 air defense positions, which are believed to be located near the terminal. On October 22nd, for the first time under President Trump's second administration, the U.S. imposed new sanctions against Russia and its largest oil companies, Rosneft and Lukoil. On November 6th, the Moscow Times reported that revenues to the Russian federal budget from oil and gas over the first 10 months had decreased by 21.4% compared to the same period last year, or by 2 trillion rubles, from 9.54 trillion to 7.5 trillion rubles.